very beautiful morning to you. This is Ayogen Morning News Update. I am ABIODUN. We are glad you're joining us this morning. Now to our headlines. EFCC attempts to arrest Yaya Bello at Kogi Governor's Lodge. Aviation workers suspend planned protest over 50% deductions. Makinde declares support for Ighodalo over Edo governorship poll. Aberrations Edo campaign accuses Oti of betrayal. Nigerian Army seeks sustained partnership with NSCDC in securing Abia. Makinde vows to deliver 41 billion naira Ibadan airport upgrade in 12 months. In international news, US sues Singaporean complaints $103 million over Baltimore bridge collapse. Major US labor union declines to endorse either Harris or Trump. No electronic equipment considered safe after Lebanon device attacks. In sport, Man City blunted by Inter in Champions League stalemate. PSG snatched late goal to beat Champions League debutant Girona. More updates on the highlights after this short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We are glad you tuned with us. Now to the news in detail. EFCC attempts to arrest Yaya Bello at Kogi Governor's Lodge. Officials of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) on Wednesday night made an attempt to arrest former governor of Kogi State, Yaya Bello, at the Kogi State Governor's Lodge in the Ashukoro district in the Federal Capital Territory. However, there was some resistance by security operatives at the governor's lodge as gunshots rented the air during the altercation. The entire area has been condoned off, and movements around that area have also been restricted to only operatives of the EFCC and other security agencies stationed there. Unconfirmed reports say the former governor has now left the governor's lodge in the company of the incumbent Kogi State Governor Ahmed Ododo. Also, normalcy seemed to have returned around the Kogi State Governor's lodge after the attempt by the operatives to arrest Bello. Aviation workers suspend planned protest over 50% deductions. Aviation workers in Nigeria have suspended their planned protest slated for September 18, 2024, over 50% deductions of the revenue of aviation agencies. Last week, aviation unions in the country blamed the federal government for its refusal to reverse its 50% deduction policy from the internally generated revenues of agencies in the aviation sector. The agencies are the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, the Nigeria College of Aviation Technology, NCAT, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, and the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau, NSIB. However, in a statement dated September 17, 2024, and signed by Olayinka Abioye, the General Secretary of the National Association of Aircraft Pilots and Engineers, NAAPE, the workers discontinued the planned protest. Makinde declares support to Ighodalo over Edo governorship poll. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde on Wednesday declared support for the Edo People's Democratic Party (PDP) governorship candidate Asue Ighodalo as the preferred candidate for the job. Makinde made this declaration at the groundbreaking ceremony for the upgrade of the Samuel Ladoke Akintola Airport, Ibadan, to international standards. He particularly called on all members of the PDP rally around the party's candidate in Saturday's governorship election. The governor also backed the PDP acting national chairman Umar Damagum amid threat to his continued stay at the party's head. He also declared his total support for the National Working Committee (NWC) led by Damagum and urged other stakeholders to work with him for the success of the party. Aberrations Edo campaign accuses Obi Oti of betrayal. Ahead of the Saturday, September 21 governorship election in Edo State, the Labour Party on Wednesday held its final mega campaign rally with the party's leaders such as Peter Obi, Yusuf Baba Ahmed, Nenadi Usman, Aisha Yesufu, among others in attendance, canvassing support for the party's candidate, Olumide Akpata. However, the embattled national chairman of the party, Julius Abure, and members of the disputed National Working Committee were absent. On Wednesday, the Abure camp, at a press conference in Abuja, addressed by the National Publicity Secretary of the party, Obiora Ifo, accused Obi and Abia State Governor Alex Oti of betrayal following the appointment of a caretaker committee led by Nenadi Usman to lead the party. Ifo accused Obi and Oti of teaming up with the Independent National Electoral Commission to frustrate Abure and his NWC. Nigerian Army seeks sustained partnership with NSCDC in securing Abia State. The State Commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Abia State Command, Commandant Usman Alpha Rai, has received Major Martin Domkat, the newly appointed acting commanding officer of the 145 Battalion Rare of the Nigerian Army at NSCDC State Headquarters in Umuahia, Abia State. During the visit, Major Domkat emphasized the critical need for the interagency cooperation, mutual support, and intelligence sharing between the military and the NSCDC to ensure security and peace in Abia State. He highlighted how the existing synergy emerged on ground between the Army and the NSCDC are proving to be more efficient in operations that bordered on safeguarding lives and properties in the state, and urged the state commandant to maintain the tempo. In international news, U.S. sues Singaporean complains $103 million over Baltimore bridge collapse. The U.S. Justice Department has filed a civil lawsuit on Wednesday seeking $103 million in damages from two Singaporean companies that owned and operated the container ship involved in the deadly collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore. The companies, Grace Ocean Private Limited and Synergy Marine Private Limited, were responsible for the ship, the Darling, which crashed into the bridge on March 26, resulting in the death of 6 people and significant disruption to transportation in the Northeast. The Justice Department is seeking to recover the costs incurred by the U.S. government in responding to the disaster, including the removal of the wreck and the bridge debris from the port of Baltimore. This was an entirely avoidable catastrophe, said Brian Boynton, Head of the department's civil division, the owner and operator of the Dali made a series of eminently foreseeable errors. In addition to the compensatory damages, the department is also seeking punitive damages, accusing the companies of negligence. Major U.S. labor union declines to endorse either Harris or Trump. One of America's most influential labor unions, an international brotherhood of Teamsters, has declined to issue a U.S. presidential endorsement for the first time since 1996. The union, which boasts some 1.3 million members across the US and Canada, said it had received few commitments on top Teamsters issues from either Democratic nominee Kamala Harris or Republican nominee Donald Trump. It also claimed that polling of its rank and file members found no definitive support for either candidate, though two of its recent polls indicated lopsided support for Trump. The move is a major blow to the Harris campaign's efforts to win over working class voters with less than 50 days before election night. An endorsement had the potential to mobilize thousands of Teamsters who leave work and vote in the crucial battleground states of Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Shortly after the announcement, some Teamsters regional councils representing more than 500,000 members in Michigan said they would be endorsing Harris. In a statement, the Harris campaign touted its support from the overwhelming majority of organized labor and noted that many Teamsters locals have gotten behind her candidacy. More updates coming up after this short break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Welcome back. We are glad you tuned with us. No electronic equipment considered safe at Lebanon device attacks. Justice crowds had gathered to mourn some of those killed in Tuesday's wave of pager bomb attacks. An explosion sparked chaos in Dahieh, Hezbollah's stronghold in southern Beirut. A video captured the blast, showing a man lying on the ground and panicked people, some screaming, running away. All these moments before funerals were due to start for an 11-year-old boy and 3 Hezbollah members killed the previous day. In the surrounding area, there was bedlam as the sound of the explosion echoed through the streets. The chant stopped. Those gathered looked at each other and some incredulous, as reports spread that this was part of the second wave of explosions, now targeting walkie-talkies. No electronic equipment was considered safe. Hezbollah supporters stopped the team several times, demanding they did not use their phones or their cameras. Lebanese officials said at least 20 people were killed and 450 others wounded across the country, with fire said to have broken out in dozens of homes, shops, and vehicles. Already, the latest attacks are being seen as another humiliation for the Iranian-backed group and a possible indication that its entire communication network may have been infiltrated by the Israel. In sports news, Man City blunted by Inter in Champions League stalemate. Manchester City's quest to reconquer the Champions League began with a whimper on Wednesday as Inter Milan held out for a 0-0 draw at the Etihad. One of the selling points of the new expanded Champions League format was to bring together the continent's elite teams more often before the knockout stage. A repeat of the 2023 final, won 1-0 by City, did little to set the pulses racing. raising, but Inter will feel they should have inflicted a first home defeat in Europe in 6 years for Pep Guardiola's men. City have started the defense of their Premier League title in relentless fashion with 4 consecutive wins, but failed to hit their stride as Inter Milan comfortably held out. PSG snatched late goal to beat Champions League debutants Girona. Paris Saint-Germain were grateful to a last-minute howler from goalkeeper Paulo Gazzaniga as they snatched a 1-0 win over European debutants Girona in their opening game of the new look Champions League on Wednesday. PSG had over 60% possession and 24 attempts on goal, but looked set to be left frustrated by their opponent at the Parc des Princes until a low Nuno Mendes cross squandered under Gazzaniga and into the net in the 90th minute. It was a harsh ending to their Champions League bout for Girona, who qualified for Europe for the first time in their history after a historic third place finish in La Liga last season. PSG missed chance after chance in the second half and looked set to draw another continental blank, just like in their semi-final defeat by Borussia Dortmund last season when they somehow failed to score in either leg. And that was Ayogen Morning News Update. I am ABIODUN Janet. Coming up is Iroyin tó ń gbóná fẹ́lifẹ́li with Mr. Odedokun Isaiah. Till then, stay tuned and good day.